Well, good morning and welcome to the End Times Guy podcast. My name is Lee, and it is an honor and a pleasure to have you joining me. It's a gorgeous Tuesday morning. The sky is blue. It's just a beautiful day. And this morning I stopped at a brake check, which has an awful lot of crows. Most brake checks have quite a few crows, rest areas. These scavenger birds always seem to find a few crumbs, and I've seen truck drivers feeding them. I know one Christian truck driver, his name is Ray Gauthier, I think. He does a Christian trucker vlog on YouTube, and he feeds crows in the rest area. He carries a bag of dog food around in his truck, and he'll scatter a couple of handfuls of dog food around, and the crows just eat it right up. They just love it. I usually have last week's loaf of bread with me, and the crusts that are left over, I break up and hand out to the crows. And this is probably why these rest areas and brake checks are populated with crows. I'm sure I'm not the only one that gets rid of leftover food in such a way. Man, oh man, the engine fan. I'm on a hill, and the engine fan will kick in now and then, and it's super noisy. It deafens me, so I hope it doesn't interfere too much with the podcast. But this morning, as always, I'm breaking up crusts of bread, and some of the crows are very bold, and they're within a few feet of the truck, and they take one piece, and then another, and then another. And I see the crows in the back waiting, and I sometimes get lucky and get a good throw, and it'll reach them, and that makes me feel really good. You know, I want to see those weaker, less aggressive guys are really the ones I'm aiming for. The ones at the front will take care of themselves. And there are always a few who don't get any bread whatsoever. They stand at the back and watch everyone else eat. It breaks my heart. I feel bad for them. And meanwhile, there's the ones at the front who have so much bread crammed in their mouth, they couldn't possibly, two full slices of bread in their mouth, and they're trying to grab more. And what do? But this got me thinking, you know, Jesus told us to pray, give us this day our daily bread. So in a sense, we're the crows, and Jesus is trying to give us our daily bread. Some are bold and come right up and they take the bread and they take as much as they can get. And others sit back at a distance for fear or doubt or for whatever reason, and they don't ever get any bread at all. And I'm wondering what it's like for the Lord to give us our daily bread. Are there some who rush in with confidence and take more than what they can even use, while others sit at a distance and watch the others eat? And who knows what thoughts are going through their minds? I don't understand a crow's mind. I don't know why it sits back there when I'm trying my best to give it food, and it just sits there. Some throws land within inches of it, and it sits there assuming that someone else will get that bread. It's intended for someone else. And, you know, not only is it heartbreaking, it's also a bit frustrating. I couldn't do more for you to get that bread, and you just sat there. So when it comes to receiving our daily bread, first of all, this is the bread of life which comes down from heaven. This is grace. This is what strengthens us for the day. This is what equips us, what gives us spiritual nourishment. We need to receive this hidden manna, this daily bread from the hand of God. Now, which kind of crow are we? Do we sit back assuming that that bread is for someone else? That there are others in more need, others who deserve it more? while we ourselves perish and go hungry and go without? Or are we that crow who is right at the front, grabbing all that he can get? There's no crime in that. He's smart. He's grabbing everything he can get his beak on, and there's no crime in that whatsoever. And I'll guarantee you that one is going to do well in the winter. It's going to be fat and well fed. The others, not so much. Sitting back at a safe distance, not receiving anything, they're not going to fare that well in the winter. So we need to consider, as it comes to receiving our daily bread from the Lord, are we the crow who sits back and plays it safe and in self-destructive humility assumes the bread is for someone else? Or are we going to move in and take what the Lord is trying to give to us? I want this to be an encouragement to you to receive that daily bread with boldness. The Lord is trying to feed everyone, and his eye is on those at the back. What is your problem? Move up, take some bread. You need this. So don't miss out. God freely gives without partiality. He doesn't show favor to one over another. He wants all of us to receive from his hand. And we can really go without through our own stupidity. So God bless you. I hope you're encouraged and have a great day.